Can you tell me whatever you see?
There are a lot of fallen leaves on the ground, and it looks like it's autumn. The leaves are mostly brown and yellow. There's a leafless tree in the middle of the yard, and a house is visible in the background. The sky is overcast.
For the agent to see our surroundings, it will take an audio input and the camera feed from users through Stream Video. When using Vision Agents, Stream Video is the default transport. You can also use a custom transport implementation. The user's voice input and camera feed will be sent to OpenAI for real-time transcription and video processing. Since the OpenAI API supports two use, you can also perform function calls, web search, and code execution as demonstrated in this image. Eventually, the agent's voice output is what the user will hear while describing whatever it sees in a particular surrounding. Vision Agents is available on GitHub, so visit this repo and give it a star. You can now launch your favorite code editor and let's get started. For this example, we are going to use Cursor. In Cursor, I have already opened an empty directory, so let's bring the integrated terminal with Control and backtick. To create the Gemini Live clone in Python, we need to complete a few steps. First, we need to initialize a Python project using UV. You can also use pip as your package manager. However, we recommend using UV. Next, we install the Vision Agents package from PyPy and OpenAI Real-Time API as a dependency. Finally, we configure the voice agent in Python to launch a web video call UI powered by Stream Video, allowing you to speak with it in real time. We begin by initializing a new Python project with UV using the command uv-init. Shortly, that creates a new Python project with all these files. To be able to run the project, we need two API credentials, one from Stream and one from OpenAI. So let's add a .m file. In the .m file, I will paste the following credentials. You will need to enter your OpenAI API key, Stream API key, and secret. Then we use this base URL. You will find it in the description of the video. To get an API key from Stream, you should visit the Stream homepage and click the button Start Coding Free, or go to the top right and click the same button. After creating an account, you should add a new app to obtain an API key and secret. For an OpenAI API key, you should visit platform.openai and log into your account. So these are the two API credentials you will need for this project. After you obtain the credentials, you should add them here. You can also export them in the terminal using the export command. I have already stored these credentials in my shell profile, so I will not add them in the .m file. Let's also add a new markdown file to give the agent detailed instructions. In our agent instructions.md, let's paste this text. We can also add the same instructions in the agent's definition in main.py. However, if you have too much text instructions, that will keep the code very long. So it is good to keep it in a separate markdown file. When we configure the agent in main.py, we will need to reference agent instructions.md. So let's remove everything here in main.py and start coding. After initializing a new Python project with UV and also setting up your API credentials, the next thing to do is to install Vision Agents. So let's use the command uv-add Vision Agents. So within a short time, you have noticed we have been able to fetch the package from PyPy and install it. Once you install the Vision Agents package with uv-add Vision Agents, only the core Vision Agents SDK will be installed. So we need to install plugins separately. I'll clear everything in the terminal and add this command. uv-add Vision Agents, GetStream, and OpenAI. The GetStream plugin will provide the audio and video transport. Then we use one of the real-time models from OpenAI. I will press the return key to install them. We have now initialized a Python project and also installed Vision Agents as well as its plugins. We can now go ahead and configure the voice agent in main.py. I will add the following imports. We have async IO for asynchronous processing and UUID4 for generating random unique identifiers. That is a unique call ID for connecting to video call. Next, we add the required Vision Agent imports: user, agents, OpenAI, and GetStream. Agents is the core module of the framework. OpenAI provides the real-time API for voice AI. Then we use GetStream to provide the edge infrastructure for real-time audio and video communication. Next, we will define an async main function and create a new agent. To create a new agent, we use the SDK's agent class and give it the following parameters. So basically, you create an agent and configure it for real-time voice interaction. We use Stream's Global Edge Network for low latency real-time communication. Next, we define the agent's identity as a user in the call by adding a display name for the agent and also a unique ID. Next, we add the instructions we want to use for the agent. In this example, we are loading the file agentinstructions.md. That is the instructions we added earlier. So we add the instructions parameter and read the markdown file agentinstructions.md. The next parameter is optional processors for audio and video processing. Processors are useful if you want to create physical and vision AI applications that require real-time video processing. To integrate processors in your AI application, you can use models from leading providers like RoboFlow, Ultralytics, and Moondream. If you are building a robotic application, you can also use a model like Gemini Robotics 1.5. Next, we add the LLM parameter and use the OpenAI Real-Time API for end-to-end speech-to-speech interaction. So this will handle voice input and output automatically, so there is no need for a separate text-to-speech, speech-to-text, or voice activity detection model. The OpenAI Real-Time API handles speech recognition, speech synthesis, and voice activity detection with a single audio generation model. Our next step is to register the agent as a valid user in the system. Then, we create a new video call with the unique call ID. By specifying the call type as default, you can use the default call type in Stream Video for building video conferencing applications. After creating a new video call, we should launch a browser-based demo UI so that we can test the voice agent interactively. Finally, we will join the agent to the video call. So we use the join method to enter the call and keep the agent running. Then we clean up and finalize the agent session. This is all we need to do to build our Gemini Live clone in Python, an agent that can hear and see our environment and respond to questions. To demo what we have done so far, let's go to the terminal and run our main.py with UV. Okay, just tell me whatever you see.
Sure. I see you sitting in front of a microphone, wearing a dark hoodie with a logo on it. There's a painting or picture behind you with some leaves or branches. The lighting in the room
What
is
is written
soft
in
and
it?
even. Sure. I see that you're wearing a black hoodie with the word stream on it, and there's a logo above the text. You're sitting in front of a simple background
What do you
with
see
a piece
now?
of art. I see you're holding a white bottle. It looks sleek and has a small logo near the bottom.